Holyoke, Massachusetts, along Rohan Park, which was the past site of the Kirtland School. And we're going to go over the route that we're going to take this year when we do a historical tour around this area. And right now we're going past the park. You can see the park has a lot of amenities for young people, like it should. It's always active. I can come by here 365 days a year and there'll be someone in there. Right, there's a lot of children in this neighborhood. You can see why there used to be a school here. The Edwin Kirtland School superintendent was right in the middle from about 1909 till about early 1980s. And in this neighborhood, there also used to be a trolley going by. It was trolley line H up to Westfield, and it came right up Sergeant Street, which we're on now. And you can see beautiful homes on both sides of the street, Victorian homes. Most of them at this end on the land of James Newton, and on the other side, or lower down, they're in a different place. All right, so we're gonna have a tour that goes down this street, tries to pick out anything important to develop. Now, to my far left is a home that has a very unique look to it. There used to be a bakery run by Robert Inglis, and he lived next door to it, and that was one of the really interesting places to go. And before it became his house, it was a home for William Skinner's manager. William Skinner was a sub mill maker. Okay, we're about to go onto what's now called West Franklin Street. Which is going to be very similar to the look of houses that was on Sergeant Street. And we're coming up to where Rohan Park is now, except we're in the back part. This is in the back of the Kirtland School. And we're going to move or go on to Pinehurst Road. Now, Pinehurst Road is where two of the James Newton houses were. Well, one of the homes is right now across my body, upwards. It's a very light green look to it. Right there was Edward Newton, the son of James Newton house. Quite gorgeous. And then on the far left, a sharp left, there was, that's the James Newton home. It's his second home in Holyoke. His first home was on 250 Chestnut Street. You can see there's also a carriage house. Now it looks like the front was there, but there was a driveway, a private driveway out to his house. And then the rest of the homes are modern looking homes. Now if we look through the woods to the sharp right, you're going to see the back portion of this house. So I'll try to get a good view for you. And that was the front of the house. You see how it's gorgeous? It looks like the front of the house. And the private driveway came right up to it. And I found no evidence of it anymore. So now we're turned down Keefe Avenue. All right, so we went around Pinehurst. And now we'll go on the last street that borders the park. It's called Chapman Street. And we can see the play sets of the young children. And at this corner, what we're going to do is we're going to turn onto the street to see some old homes, and then we'll turn back and see the kind of homes. So the trolley went up this road, and then we turn on to Orchard Street. And what we're going to do is look on the homes on both sides of the street and tell me if they didn't have the same maker, or maybe one or two only makers, by looking at how similar they are to each other. Try to guess how many makers, at least the ones in the beginning of the street, had. All right, you can pause it. All right, now what we're looking at now is 4 homes on the right I want you to look at. Now, all right, and these first 2 have the heavy brick facades, and then 2 with colonnades kind of looked. And then if we could look across the street, there's 2 more, and you can tell right away they must have had the same maker because they all look the same, and they did. So this neighborhood developed in such a way that very similar homes were put up at the same time by the same people. All right, and then one last thing I really want you to see is out this side of our car. You can see a beautiful Stacy apartment, and look how gorgeous the masonry work is on that for apartment complex number 302 Sargent Street. It's a gorgeous look to it, and you can imagine when it was built in 1910, the trolley people must have loved looking at that thing. And then we're back to where we were at the side of the park, and the Robert Rohan stones put at the edge of the park, and you can read about his life. Okay, and I have many more pictures on my website on this page that you can see. Thank you.